I think we had a roller coaster kind of season. At the beginning of the season, we struggled a bit. I think the first two games. We won our first game against Queen Eagles. I think that was match day 3, and we scored, I think, our first goal in the third game. So after that, we went on a very good run, and then we went on that 7 games run where we didn't get a win. And then after that, again, we had a very good run, which saw us get to that 2nd position. And then we hit a bit of a dry spell again, and then we finished also with 2 draws. So I think overall, I think looking at where we're coming from and how we're trying to build our team, I'd say we did well. We would have wanted to do better in certain situations, but it didn't allow. But for me, I think it's maybe a 7 out of 10 kind of season for us, looking at where we're coming from and what we're trying to build. So yeah, a lot of ups and downs, but I think it's been more positive than negative.
Would you say you're impressed with how we performed as a team?
As a team, I think so. I don't think there's a team that played better football than us in the league. I think we have to be maybe a bit more clinical in front of goal. If I, even just as an individual, some of the chances that I missed this season, say maybe the game against Ghana, I'd say maybe I had 2 chances that I should have attacked it. If I get those 2 goals, it's 2-1, and we win the game and have 3 points. So I think that those are the small details that we need to work on, because the team is first made up of individuals, and then when the individuals come together, we make a team. So as an individual, we have to sit down and reflect and see where we could have done better, and then now we begin to reflect also as a team and say, okay, collectively as a group, if this one had done this better, this one had done this better, then the group would have been at a better place.
Do you have any notable areas where you feel we should improve going into the next season?
As a team, like I said, I think we create a lot of chances, and yeah, we may be, I think, the 3rd highest scoring team in the league, but I would say we could have scored more goals, because especially at Hero Stadium, when we play at Hero Stadium, we create so many chances, but we're not always scoring those chances. So I think that's the most notable part. We defended very well, I think, collectively. The statistics would show. I think we had the 3rd highest clean sheets, or rather, we considered we were 3rd in the team from the teams that considered the least goals. So that's a good sign. You know, they say the defense will win you titles, strikers will win you games. So it's very important, I think, when you're building a team, the defense is the first part that you look at. And so coming from Division 1 into the Premier League and not to concede so many goals as a team, I think it's a good sign.
And your experience at Hero Stadium, playing there for the first time, winning a lot of games there, just explain to us how your experience was at Hero Stadium.
I think the surface there is brilliant. Okay, not maybe brilliant, but it's beautiful. I think for how we want to play our football, it's really helped us, and the results there will tell you a lot. I think we only we lost 1 game there to Chambeshi, and even in that game, I think we had ourselves to blame. We created more than 20 chances, but we only scored 1. And then we drew against Kansanshi and Nkana, if I'm not mistaken. Everything else, and Kwazi, everything else there was a win. So it tells you a lot about how we like to play at Hero Stadium. And I think the management has done well in incorporating the surrounding areas, bringing in kids for free. I remember when we played Green Eagles, the first game that we won, we were down, and then the kids got up and they started shouting, "Let's go, NAPSA, let's go!" And it just brought a sense of relief, a sense of happiness, a sense of joy. You've got something else you've got someone else who you're playing for. You want to play for the crowd. You want to play for the fans. So Hero Stadium, I think, has been beautiful for us. It's been a formidable place for us. And thank you so much to management for taking us there, and even the people in the area for accepting us.
Do you have any games that you felt you did done better?
Yeah, I struggle. Sometimes before I sleep, I think to myself, which one was my favorite game of the season? Because I want to see what I did well in that game to improve on that also. Our game against the Changa Rangers in Changa, for me, I think was my best game this season. I scored a very beautiful goal also. But I think overall, how I played in that game, I think for me, I would give myself a 9 out of 10 in that game. And that's how I want to play every week. And also when we went to Choma, the 2-0 draw, I think I also did very well. Those are my 2 favorite games. The game that I regret the most, I think, is the Nkana game. I think if I'm a little bit more clinical, maybe a little bit sharper, I make the team win in that game. So for me, that's my biggest regret. And I think after that game is when we lost the chance of playing cup. So for me, that's the biggest regret of the season.
Okay, and as an individual, would you say you've done better this season as compared to last season? Of course, you scored 7 goals last season and you were the club's top scorer, and you scored 10 in this season.
Tremendously, I think I'm different now compared to the striker I was maybe 3 seasons ago. Coach Perry has brought in an aspect of learning. He's teaching certain things, and I think I've learned a lot tactically, on the ball, off the ball, movement. I think I'm a different player now, so that helps. Last season I scored 7 goals in the Eden, and people were saying, oh, it's just 7 goals in the Eden. And then my target this year was to improve, and if I could score 10 goals in the Premier League, I'd be happy. I think at the end of the season, I'm a little bit disappointed because I think I could have done more than 10 goals, because we created a lot of chances and I had some momentum going for me at some point, but maybe I didn't take the most out of it. That's why maybe individually I need to improve and make the most out of those situations. But at the beginning of the season, if someone told me, Muzo, finish with 10 goals in the Super League, I would have taken it. So in my bedroom, I have a list of what I wanted to achieve, and there was 10 goals for the season, so that was ticked. So for me, I think I have achieved that. But being where I am today, I'm feeling a little bit disappointed because I think I could have done a little bit better.
Okay, I'm telling you now to finish the next season with 15 goals. Are you going to do it? What's your target coming to the next season?
Next season, I'm actually targeting 18 goals. Why? Because I counted the number of chances that I missed this season, that I feel if I was maybe a little bit quicker, if I thought a little bit faster, I would have scored, and there were 8. So next season, it's 18 goals at the end of the season. That's my target.
With the way you've been brought up in the football background, what advice can you give to a younger Muzo that would want to reach where you've reached today?
I think it's focus. Sometimes we lose focus. It's difficult. It's difficult sometimes when you're younger to keep focused. But it comes with maturity also. It comes with the environment that you're in, the people that you're with, the coaches that you're with, the hunger that you're getting from the people around you is what helps. When you're in certain teams, I don't think you'll be as focused as you are with a team that wants to achieve. I remember when I came to NAPSA the first time, when I came from Lumwana, we had just survived relegation on the last day at Lumwana, and I came to NAPSA, and everybody was talking about CAF. We want to play CAF. We want to do this, and I'm thinking, okay, this is now a different level. And if you want to play CAF, you have to be focused in every game, meaning every training session, you have to be focused. There's no time for you to lazy around. And because everybody was so geared and the vision was we are going to play CAF, that season we qualified and we played CAF. That's the difference, I think, with a team that is trying to achieve and a team that's just wanting to be there. And we have a project here, and the coach is always preaching the same sermon every day, that we have to be a team that is going to challenge for the title. At some point this season, we challenge for the title, coming from Division 1, and it shows that we're heading in the right direction, I think, as a team. So the level of focus, the level of professionalism that is here, it rubs off onto the players. If you cannot sacrifice and be at that level, I think you can't play here. No, I think also as a team, I think we've been focused from the word go. But this is the team that is growing in stature. This is the team that had crumbled and had fallen, so it's just being rebuilt. And I think when you're rebuilding, it's not everything that is going to be smooth. But our rebuilding phase now is coming to an end, because I think you can see that there's a lot of progress as a team, and the blocks have already been set. Now we're going to be working on the roof next season. So I think, because maybe sometimes I'm not very sure with who I'm playing next to. I'm still learning the person, so we're trying to build chemistry. Sometimes it's a bit difficult, but then now you can tell in the second round of the season